Have you ever wondered if there's a kind of code to the universe, a system that connects everything? The seasons, the stars, even the rhythm of our own lives? Well, in traditional Chinese culture, there is. And today, we're going to take a journey to unlock it.
So, that's really the big question, isn't it? How on earth did ancient thinkers manage to build something so vast, a cosmic code that could map the fabric of reality itself? It sounds impossible, but that's exactly what we're going to unpack.
All right, to get our heads around this, we have to start with the absolute basics. Think of it like a building. There are four fundamental components, four huge pillars that hold this entire cosmic structure up. Let's meet them.
Okay, here they are. Now, you've probably heard of Yin-Yang and maybe the 5 elements. But the real magic, the secret sauce, is when you bring in the 10 heavenly stems and the 12 earthly branches. These are like markers for time and space for everything celestial and terrestrial. You put them all together, and you've got a genuine map of everything.
So how does a system this big even get started? Well, it begins with the most simple, the most elegant idea you can imagine: balance. Everything is built on the concept of yin and yang, which splits the entire universe into two fundamental, opposing but complementary forces. And get this incredibly deep and complex system begins with a rule we all learned as kids. It's that simple. Odd numbers are yang, even numbers are yin. That's it. It's this beautiful, simple starting point for an incredibly profound philosophy. Now, here's where that simple, odd, and even rule becomes incredibly powerful. You see, the 10 heavenly stems and 12 earthly branches are all numbered in order. By applying this rule, you instantly sort all 22 of these cosmic markers into two distinct teams, one yang and one yin. And boom, here's what that looks like. On the left, you get the yang group. This is all about what's active, light, the energy of heaven. And on the right, you get the yin group, passive, dark, the energy of the earth. Just like that, the first layer of our cosmic code is set, and this fundamental balance is in place. Okay, so if yin and yang give this system its structure and balance, what we're about to add gives it its life, its dynamism. This is where things get really colorful, because now we're bringing in the famous 5 elements, or the wuxing.
So, on top of everything else, we weave in another layer of meaning. Every single one of those stems and branches also gets assigned one of the 5 core elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, or water. So now a marker isn't just yang or yin, it also has this elemental nature, this elemental character to it. But this leads to a really important question, right? Is all wood the same? Is all fire the same? I mean, is yang wood the same thing as yin wood? And the answer is a huge no. And this is where the incredible poetic richness of this whole system really starts to come alive. Let's take Jia Wood for an example. It's the very first heavenly stem, so it's yang wood. The ancient descriptions call it pillar wood. I want you to picture a giant, solid tree trunk, the kind of massive beam you'd use to hold up a palace or a temple. It's strong, it's straight, it's foundational. Now, compare that to its yin counterpart, Yi wood. This is called flower wood. This isn't a giant pillar, no way. This is the soft, flexible wood of a flowering bush, or a climbing vine, or even grass. It's adaptable, it's creative, it's alive with potential. So you see, both are wood, but they have completely different personalities. We see the exact same poetic difference with fire. You have Bing fire, that's the yang fire, it's described as sun fire. And that's exactly what it is. The immense, blazing, powerful fire of the sun itself, pouring out light and energy across the whole world. But then you have its yin partner, ding fire, which is called lantern fire. It's the small, focused, contained flame of a candle or a lantern. It's gentle, it's a guiding light, it provides warmth and clarity on a really personal, intimate scale. It's this kind of incredible imagery that makes this so much more than a chart. It's a language. So we've got duality with yin and yang. We've got dynamism with the 5 elements. But believe me, we are just scratching the surface. The true genius of this system is how incredibly deep it goes and how all these layers talk to each other. Just take a look at this. You don't have to be able to read any of it to get the point. This table shows us that some of those earthly branches aren't just one simple thing. They're actually like containers holding multiple hidden elements inside them. It's literally a system within a system. We're talking about a fractal-like level of detail here. And just when you think, okay, that has to be as complex as it gets, you find out it's not. There's yet another layer of interpretation called the Na Yin Wu Sing, which takes pairs of stems and branches and combines them to create 60 brand new and even more poetic elemental forms. And this is where the language goes from being descriptive to being pure poetry. You're no longer talking about just fire or wood. You're talking about thunderbolt fire, great forest wood, sword's edge metal, or great sea water. It just captures the essence of these natural forces with absolutely breathtaking imagery. And that really brings us to a final thought. When you boil it all down, this whole ancient system is built on one incredibly powerful idea, that nothing, not one single thing, exists all by itself. Every person, every season, every star is part of this huge, dynamic, interconnected web. So the question for us, living in our often fragmented world is, what can we learn from a worldview where everything is so deeply, so poetically, and so beautifully connected?